Satan is only mentioned 4 times in the Old Testament. Isn't the idea of a personal devil a recent idea that the Jews picked up from the Persians?
Well, it's true that Satan's only mentioned 4 times in the Old Testament. He's not the major player of evil in the Old Testament. The major forces of evil in the Old Testament, I talk about this in my book, God at War, and a lot of modern people miss this because we don't talk about it this way. But it has to do with the waters, the rebellious waters that ancient Mesopotamians, ancient Near Eastern people believed circled the world, and it was kind of a force of evil. And so the gods, or Yahweh, had to keep putting them at bay. And then you got the cosmic monsters, like Leviathan and Rahab and Behemoth, that God has to fight. And these are symbols of evil that all ancient Near Eastern people shared. And so it's not surprising that they're incorporated in the Bible. And then you've got some rebellious gods, Psalms 82 and others, where there are gods who resist God's will. And so that's how evil is mainly thought about, at least cosmic evil. Satan shows up in a couple of places explicitly, and a couple other places he might be inferred, but he's not the major player. In the New Testament, however, the Bible's not a flat book. It progresses in terms of revelation. So when you get the New Testament, that's why the New Testament has to be weighted way differently than the Old Testament. There's a progress of revelation, and when we get to the New Testament, we then find out a whole lot more about the principalities and powers that are only vaguely intimated back there. And one of the things we find out is that Satan is the leader of the whole thing. And so I just see it as part of the normal progression of revelation. Now, as to what, it does seem that the idea of Satan evolved a little bit in the Old Testament. Usually, the name is not a proper name. Only once is he referred to as a proper name. It's usually Hasatan, which literally is the Satan or the adversary. So he's just sort of this being that they're aware of who is averse to human beings and to God. And it may be that the Jews were influenced by Persians who had a much more robust view of the devil. And so some scholars believe that they sort of were influenced by Zoroastrianism, is what the religion's called, from Persia. I argue against that thesis. I don't think the evidence supports it, but I don't care really. Because even if that did happen, it just shows you how God brought in a revelation. It doesn't argue against the fact that Satan is still part of God's revelation. God can use whatever historical means he wants. So if the Persians got some truth he wants his his community to get, he could have them influenced by it. So it wouldn't bother me at all if it was true, though I don't think it is.